Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 28 of One of Us is Back by Karen and McManus. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video. You have been warned. Chapter 28, Phoebe, Saturday, July 18th. Jake Rodian has disappeared. Disappeared like escaped or disappeared like Reggie, Louise asks. We're on the Cafe Contigo roof deck once again, which Louise's parents have closed for an emergency murder club meeting. This time I'm not sitting next to Knox, but even from across the table I can tell that his fear of heights has been overshadowed by the latest news. He looks tense, but not scared, unlike Addie, who looks flat out terrified. Seems like the former, she says, tugging hard on one of her earrings. His ankle monitor was found in his yard, cut off somehow. Dark web, Maeve mutters. You were right, but it doesn't make sense, Browen says. Jake had a good shot at getting his conviction reversed. Removing an ankle monitor, that's a felony, isn't it? She raises her eyebrows at Nate, who shrugs. You tell me, he says. You're the legal expert. I think it is, Browen says, and even if it's not, it would look horrible to a jury. She turns back to Addie and adds, what did Detective Mendoza say? It's not like we're sharing theories, Addie says. Just asked if Jake had made contact and told us to stay vigilant. She rolls her eyes. Thanks for the tip. Did you tell him what happened at the Ramona house? Nate asks. God, no. Addie shudders. I'm not looking to become a suspect. Her eyes are glazed and her voice drops to a near whisper as she adds, you guys, Jake is out there. He's out there. She looks so scared that I can't help blurting, maybe not. Maybe he's perfect and someone took him. I flash finger quotes before rubbing my arm, trying to imagine someone as physically intimidating as Drake Wardian getting the same treatment that I did. Rowan loops a comforting arm around Addie's shoulder as Maeve says, or maybe we're wrong about all of this and we've been following a dead end, because we were definitely wrong about one thing. As usual, she's been tapping on her laptop throughout the conversation. Chase Alton had nothing to do with anything. I rubbed my arm harder, wishing I could make the phantom letters disappear for good. Sometimes it feels like they'll be with me for the rest of my life. How do you know? He's not in LA anymore. He's in New York, apparently. He's been all hush-hush about starting his new play, but he just started posting about it, Maeve says. Super off Broadway, but it did get a couple of reviews, neither of which have been posted by Chase because the critics weren't exactly kind to him. She deepens her voice. Newcomer Chase Alton was so wooden audience members could be forgiven for mistaking him for a prop. Rowan cringes. Ouch. I thought he told you he was in San Diego, Nate says. I know, right? Maeve widens her eyes in fake surprise. Can you believe the guy I was catfishing actually lied to me? The nerve. Although technically I guess he didn't lie. He said maybe he was leading Tammy Leon, letting her think he was geographically available. She stabs at her keyboard. That girl has the worst taste in men. So that leaves us where? Addie asks before answering her own question. Nowhere. We have zero clues. Everything's been a wild goose chase and a waste of energy. She slumps in her seat, looking more defeated than I've ever seen her. There's still Christopher Alton, Maeve says. The younger brother, Chelsea's twin. She and Chase are both living very well-documented lives, but him, I can't find a trace. She glances around the roof deck. Can anyone think of a mysterious guy in his early 20s who's popped up in Bayview recently? That wouldn't be convenient, would it? Cooper says, shifting in his seat. What about Miss Rodian? Anything new there? Well, I did what you said before all hell broke loose, Nate says. I sissed Vanessa on her, so who knows? He shrugs. Maybe she'll come up with something. Call her off, Addie says wearily. All of this is pointless. Nothing's pointless. We learned that the hard way with Jared. Knox says before getting to his feet, I need the restroom. Anyone want anything from downstairs? There's a chorus of despondent no's around the table because every single one of us has lost our appetite. Knox pushes through the door to the stairwell, and once he's disappeared, I'm hit by a wave of loneliness so deep that it makes my chest ache. Even though I'm surrounded by friends and we are worried about a lot of the same things, it feels like there's an invisible wall separating me from everyone else. I should probably go, I blurt out. I left Emma by herself. Does she want to come back here? Cooper asks. I can't look at him in the eye. He's been so nice to me, and all I've done in return is stop visiting his grandmother because I'm afraid of saying something I shouldn't. No, she's still tired from her flight, I say. There's a lie. I'd invited Emma, but she insisted on staying home even though Mom was coordinating a wedding and Owen was at a sleepover. I'd feel totally out of place, she said. I came without her because I wanted to support Addie, but Addie won't miss me. She's surrounded by people who love her. Emma's all alone. Tell her we said hi, Maeve says. I will. I say, keep me posted on anything new. When I get downstairs, Evie beckons to me from the cash register. Hey, Mr. Santos wanted to send an order of nachos to the roof deck. She calls out as I approach. Her face is flushed, strands of hair escaping from her usually neat braid. They just came up in the kitchen. Would you mind bringing them up with you when you go back upstairs? Ahmed and I are swamped, and people are getting impatient. I'm leaving, I say absently. My eyes drift over her shoulder to the clock on the wall, my mind already miles away from Cafe Contigo. Oh, okay. Evie's forehead creases as she jabs at the register, then wraps it hard on one side. Sometimes you have to practically beat the thing to get it open. Don't worry about doing me a favor, I guess. It's not like I've ever done any for you. I blink, startled at the crack in her usual calm. What? Evie stops pounding the register and puts her hands on her hips, surveying the packed dining room behind us. Now that she's mentioned it, yeah, a lot of people are craning their necks trying to get her attention. Half the time around here I do both our jobs, she says. Would it really kill you to bring a plate of nachos to the roof deck? My cheeks get warm with shame. She's right, of course. She's right. I've leaned on her all summer too, caught up in my own problems to even thank her properly. I'm sorry, I say. I was distracted. Of course I can help. Ahmed comes sailing out of the kitchen, then an overloaded plate of nachos on one shoulder, rooftop bound. He calls to Evie. She snorts lightly without looking at me. Ahmed, to your rescue yet again. My face is full on fire now. The problem with being a perpetual crisis mode is that you forget that other people might be having a hard time too, or maybe that it's just me. Addie's had an even worse summer than I have, but she's managed to keep things together at work. I should have been splitting my tips between Evie and Hamed for months, because I definitely didn't earn them. I really am sorry, Evie, I say as she bangs on the register again. I owe you one, multiple ones. I promise I'll be better about everything. The cash register finally pops open and Evie grabs some change before slamming it shut again. It's fine, Phoebe. Just think about other people occasionally, okay? She says, her bright, practiced smile falling back into place as she waves to a table behind us. I wish I could defend myself lately, but it feels like all I do is think about other people. But the truth is, none of those people are her, and mostly I think about how to keep lying to them. Knox emerges from the restroom corridor, and I tamp down the immediate urge to flee. We haven't had a one-on-one conversation since the night in his room, and it's been making me miserable. Chances are I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm going to leave it off right there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!